Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm gonna be talking about the Chevening Scholarship interview. So basically I'm just going to run you through what it takes for you to ace the Chevening Scholarship interview, and so this is just to get you to your final destination of getting that final call to say you have made it. So I'm going to run you through um, 5 steps on how you can ace the Chevening Scholarship interview. Let's dive into it. Basically, the Chevening interviews are just an assessment of what you wrote in the essays on your application when you are putting in your application. Therefore, basically, the Chevening panel would just want to put a face to your application that you wrote because they already like you. So this becomes your moment to shine and to show who you really are and bring out your personality. So you need to revise and go through your essays prior to the interview and remember everything that you wrote. Secondly, as you go to the interview, you need to at least have an idea of the people that will be interviewing you. It's okay if you don't know them prior to the interview, but if you do know them before the interview, well and good. You can do some background searches to see which fields they're coming from and what their interests are. So if you don't know them, um, you can still know that as a day of interview, as they introduce themselves, have an idea of what their background is and so forth, so that you know how to reach each and every person on the panel and have them get your attention even as you present. So the 5 steps that I'm going to give you about the Chevening Scholarship is the first one, which I've already given, of doing your research. Uh, so I'm going to give you 5 tips and guides to acing the Chevening Scholarship interview. So the first one is that you need to do your background check and background research on the scholarship. So you need to know what the Chevening Scholarship stands for, what values does it look for in candidates, and who is it um, trying to sponsor. Okay, so you need to know Chevening Scholarship is the leadership development organization that is looking for future leaders and should have those attributes. So do your research on that, because the first questions that will be asked will be around why you chose to apply for the Chevening Scholarship and not other scholarships. So you need to differentiate Chevening Scholarship from other scholarships. Okay, that's the first tip. The second one is that you need to run through your essays. So they're basically going to ask you things that you've already written in the essays, but they just want to put a face to your application and also see your personality. If you are someone who can actually adapt in any environment and suited to study away from home. The third step is that you need to know your leadership and networking attributes. So not just knowing them, but you also need to back them up with examples of your experiences. So those basically come from the essays that you are writing. So basically you ask questions around your networking skills and also about your leadership attributes. So you need to back those up with evidence from the experiences that you had, either those examples that you wrote in your essays, or it could be an example of anything that you've experienced in your recent professional life or personal life. Okay, so for the within this point number 3, as you are answering your experience or giving examples of experiences, always use the STAR approach. Okay, So STAR approach is where which stands for S stands for situation, T stands for task, A stands for action, and R stands for results. So whenever you are given an example, start with giving the situation. What was the situation during that example? Then give a task. What task were you given to do? Then action. What action did you take during personal as an individual? Then result. What was the result of that action you took? So always apply the STAR approach whenever you're giving personal experience examples in any form of question that you are asked. Okay, number 4, you need to do your homework on the universities and the cities where you are going in the UK, because they want to see if you are really interested and enthusiastic about going to the United Kingdom. So you need to bring out some facts that you are anxious or willing to feel and experience. So do your research on the cities, what are the cities that your universities located in, famous for, or other surrounding cities and towns like you can visit, and what would you really want to do or experience when you get to the UK. So bring out those specific details in your interviews, and that will give the panel an idea of how much interest you have in studying in the UK, apart from just pursuing academic studies. Then the last point I'm going to give is that you have to have a clear and specific career plan, both short-term and long-term. So they're going to ask you about your course, why you chose that course, what is that course going to enable you to do once you get it that you wouldn't have done if you didn't have it, and what are your main concerns in your area of interest, and how are you going to achieve your goals or career plans and goals within that field that you've put up. Basically explaining your trajectory and how the Chevening Scholarship Award is going to help you to achieve those goals. So you really need to do your diligent research and homework about the course and about the career path you're taking, and about the specific issue that you're going to solve once you come back. So guys, these were the 5 tips that I thought I would quickly share with the community, especially those who are still planning on applying, those that are applying, and those that have been called for interviews, still going to interviews. I'm wishing you all the best and hope these 5 tips will be able to help you even as you go through your interviews. Peace.